We're celebrating the music, the life, and the legacy of the great Ray Price on this edition of Country's Family Reunion. Janie Price, who was married to Ray Price for 43 years, sharing stories and fun. And you say you've still got the 2 Rolls Royces at home?
They're still in the garage, right where he left them.
Can you still smell smoke in his?
There's no smoke at all. He quit smoking. I'm sorry, forgive me.
That's all right, honey. We do it too.
I'm sorry. I told you I'd never done this before in my life. Okay, what were we talking about?
You were telling me he quit smoking, so the car doesn't still smell like smoke.
No, but he did. He did take that car on that hunting trip. He did. He went and got some buddies, and off they went to West Texas, and they had a dove hunting trip in that car.
He didn't bring it back with any scratches or
no,
dents or
no.
anything?
Then he became very protective of it. Don't you scratch my rolls.
Darrell McCall toured with Ray for many, many years, fronted his show. You were telling me during the break a very, very funny story about being introduced on stage one time when you were a part of the Cherokee Cowboys.
Yes, it seems to me like it may have been like Omaha, Nebraska, someplace like this. A huge auditorium. The place was packed and had this huge, big curtain, the velvet curtain and the whole thing. And Buddy and I and all the boys were set up behind the curtain. And came halftime, and Ray said, boys, I want Darrell to do the first 15 minutes. I want him to introduce me, but we're going to let this other boy, the disc jockey here in town, introduce Darrell and the Cherokee Cowboys. So this other boy was a young guy. He was like 22, 23 years old, and he had those real heavy glasses that looked like percolator tops, and he pulled them off to be real cool because he had a young audience in the front couple rows, mainly all girls, and they were all screaming when he came out. Well, he had it all written down. Darrell McCall and all of Ray Price's Cherokee Cowboys from Nashville, Tennessee. And he came out, and we were behind the curtain. And we heard all the girls screaming when he came out, and he'd pulled those glasses off. And he came out, and the first thing he said was, well, hello, everybody. How you doing this afternoon? Had that disc jockey voice, He said, all right, direct from the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee. Here they are, Darren McCoy and all of Ray Pierce's Chippewa Indians. They pulled the curtain, and I watched Buddy just slide off his step. That was one of the funnier situations, Bill.
We're singing one of them great Ray Pierce songs.
I got you covered. All right. This one called The Other Woman. It goes like this. Don't accuse me without feeling. If you do, then you know that you're wrong. For it was you who was careless, and you drove me into another's arms. The other woman isn't prettier than you, but the other woman soothes my wounded pride. And more important, I feel wanted again. I can't give up the other woman in my life. Now I'm afloat in the middle of a river, and I can't climb out It's because, sweetheart, you haven't tried. The other woman isn't pretty good than you, but the other woman soothes my wounded pride. And more important, I feel wanted again. I can't give up the other woman in my life. I can't give up the other woman in my life. Right here it is.
Darren McCall and the Chippewa Indians.
Thank you very much.
Tell them who the guy was singing the harmony with you there.
That's one of the best harmony singers that I guess that Nashville has. As far as I understand. That's my little brother back there, Dennis, singing harmony.
Dennis is with us on all of our shows. Great job, man. Did y'all ever tour as brothers or anything?
Oh yeah, we toured Las Vegas, Dennis and I.
My very first gig was Las Vegas with Darrell and Waylon's band. 17 years old.
Now,
Broke him in just right.
I learned a lot.
when you came here, you told people that Johnny Paycheck was your brother. Y'all went as brothers for a while.
We did. We did, and we liked to starve to death in Nashville.
Well, he was still Donnie Young back then.
We both changed our name to Young, Darrell and Donnie Young, and we were going to just tear Nashville up. We thought we really had it.
You did.
As the Young Brothers. Well, we got here, and they already had so many brother acts. They had the Wilburn Brothers and the Leuven Brothers, the McCormick Brothers, the Stanley Brothers, and they didn't want any. If it wasn't for you and the whole gang over at Tree Publishing Company, we'd have starved to death. And then we found out that we could sing harmony with different artists, and there weren't many harmony singers in town. I think Roger Miller and myself and Paycheck were about the only three harmony singers. So we got everybody's sessions, from George Jones to Farron to anybody that came to town. Bill Anderson, he was really fun to sing with too. 99 years.
Don't bring all that up.